Hello friends, today we're counting down the top 50 highest paid athletes in the world in 2025. From football fields to basketball courts, from boxing rings to golf courses. These athletes aren't just dominating their sports, they're also dominating the bank accounts. Let's see who made it to the top of the money game this year. At number 50, Russell Wilson. Age, 36 years. Sport, American football. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $53.6 million. At number 49, Xander Schauffele. Age, 31 years. Sport, golf. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $53.6 million. At number 48, Sadio Mane. Age, 33 years. Sport, football. Nationality, Senegalese. Total earnings, $54 million. At number 47, Kyler Murray. Age, 27 years. Sport, American football. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $54.6 million. At number 46, Vinicius Jr. Age, 24 years. Sport, football. Nationality, Brazilian. Total earnings, $55 million. At number 45, Tiger Woods. Age, 49 years. Sport, golf. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $55.4 million. At number 44, Jason Tatum. Age, 27 years. Sport, basketball. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $55.8 million. At number 43, Paul George. Age, 35 years. Sport, basketball. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $56.3 million. At number 42, Kawhi Leonard. Age, 34 years. Sport, basketball. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $57.3 million. At number 41, Nikola Jokic. Age, 30 years. Sport, basketball. Nationality, Serbian. Total earnings, $57.6 million. At number 40, Bradley Beal. Age, 32 years. Sport, basketball. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $58.2 million. At number 39, Devin Booker. Age, 28 years. Sport, basketball. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $58.3 million. At number 38, Luka Doncic. Age, 26 years. Sport, basketball. Nationality, Slovenian. Total earnings, $58.5 million. At number 37, Jimmy Butler. Age, 35 years. Sport, basketball. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $59.8 million. At number 36, Joel Embiid. Age, 31 years. Sport, basketball. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $60.4 million. At number 35, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Age, 26 years. Sport, basketball. Nationality, Canadian. Total earnings, $61.2 million. At number 34, Erling Haaland. Age, 24 years. Sport, football. Nationality, Norwegian. Total earnings, $62 million. At number 33, Anthony Edwards. Age, 24 years. Sport, basketball. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $62.1 million. At number 32, Josh Allen. Age, 29 years. Sport, American football. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $66.1 million. At number 31, CeeDee Lamb. Age, 26 years. Sport, American football. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $66.7 million. At number 30, Blake Snell. Age, 32 years. Sport, baseball. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $67.4 million. At number 29, Damian Lillard. Age, 35 years. Sport, basketball. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $67.5 million. At number 28, Justin Jefferson. Age, 26 years. Sport, American football. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $72.2 million. At number 27, Tua Tagovailoa. Age, 27 years. Sport, American football. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $72.4 million. At number 26, Justin Herbert. Age, 27 years. Sport, American football. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $73.6 million. At number 25, Neymar Jr. Age, 33 years. Sport, football. Nationality, Brazilian. Total earnings, $76 million. At number 24, Max Verstappen. Age, 27 years. Sport, auto racing. Nationality, Dutch. Total earnings, $78 million. At number 23, Lewis Hamilton. Age, 40 years. Sport, auto racing. Nationality, British. Total earnings, $80 million. At number 22, Canelo Álvarez. Age, 34 years. Sport, boxing. Nationality, Mexican. Total earnings, $80 million. At number 21, Trevor Lawrence. Age, 25 years. Sport, American football. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $80.5 million. At number 20, Jared Goff. Age, 30 years. Sport, American football. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $80.8 million. At number 19, Jordan Love. Age, 26 years. Sport, American football. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $83 million. At number 18, Patrick Mahomes. Age, 29 years. Sport, American football. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $86.8 million. At number 17, Rory McIlroy. Age, 36 years. Sport, golf. Nationality, British. Total earnings, $87.9 million. At number 16, Kylian Mbappe. Age, 26 years. Sport, football. Nationality, French. Total earnings, $90 million. At number 15, Deshaun Watson. Age, 29 years. Sport, American football. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $91.8 million. At number 14, Scottie Scheffler. Age, 29 years. Sport, golf. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $92.5 million. At number 13, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Age, 30 years. Sport, basketball. Nationality, Greek. Total earnings, $94.4 million. At number 12, Jon Rahm. Age, 30 years. Sport, golf. Nationality, Spanish. Total earnings, $100 million. At number 11, Alexander Usyk. Age, 38 years. Sport, boxing. Nationality, Ukrainian. Total earnings, $101 million. At number 10, Kevin Durant. Age, 36 years. Sport, basketball. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $101.4 million. At number 9, Shohei Ohtani. Age, 30 years. Sport, baseball. Nationality, Japanese. Total earnings, $102.5 million. At number 8, Karim Benzema. Age, 37 years. Sport, football. Nationality, French. Total earnings, $104 million. At number 7, Juan Soto. Age, 26 years. Sport, baseball. Nationality, Dominican. Total earnings, $114 million. At number 6, LeBron James. Age, 40 years. Sport, basketball. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $133.8 million. At number 5, Lionel Messi. Age, 38 years. Sport, football. Nationality, Argentine. Total earnings, $135 million. At number 4, Dak Prescott. Age, 31 years. Sport, American football. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $137 million. At number 3, Tyson Fury. Age, 36 years. Sport, boxing. Nationality, British. Total earnings, $146 million. At number 2, Stephen Curry. Age, 37 years. Sport, basketball. Nationality, American. Total earnings, $156 million. At number 1, Cristiano Ronaldo. Age, 40 years. Sport, football. Nationality, Portuguese. Total earnings, $275 million. Thanks for watching the full video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more interesting videos.